Brittney Reese, the question I have for you is, if you could make a documentary about anything, what would you make it about? Julie Brown's, your question is, what specific experience in life taught you something that you have been thinking about lately? And then Nancy Kerrigan, your question is, what value guides your decision making?
And me being able to bring up the next generation of girls, to inspire them to, to be better, to inspire them to try hard, to inspire them to reach their goals. And I chose to come back to my hometown to do that.
A baby, so she was this little white dog and she became my baby, and I had her for 16 years, and when she died, it was like, it's just like everything can fall away. So I've been thinking about my dog so much, and what does that mean to me? This thing that I love is just gone. So it's put everything in more focus. Like, if you love something, you love a person, you have to go for it.
Just to find beauty around us, laughter and beauty, because it is literally everywhere, whether it's artwork or people and their emotions, their feelings, and just have, I think that's the main thing. And as you say, like, I just always wanted to be a mom from the time I was little, and time goes so fast. They just grow up and they keep leaving. So I'm like trying to be present and be in the moment, because it just keeps going. And a little scary the older I get, how much faster it's all going. But so being mindful, I think, is really important.
And just by conversing with you and getting to know you briefly, and then here tonight, like, my mind is blown. My mind is blown because my heart is blown, and that's because of the three of you. So I do want to thank you for that. You guys are absolutely inspirational. And remember something, not one single thing has been accomplished without intention. And the intention that you three have had to inspire others in an organic way, like Julie, you've given people laughter.
School, and then I just became a model. That's fascinating. What did you learn there? Well, we had classes in sitting and standing and walking and advanced sitting and how to smile without crinkling the corners of your eyes. Would you show us how to do that? Okay. So, like,
that's not something we should, there's the sad clown, right? But like, we should never, ever, ever take that for granted. You've given people a chance to just like tell themselves it's okay to let their hair down and laugh at something that's maybe silly or odd. And Brittney, again, being able to do what you've done for your son, that's a story I won't even get into, but that's something you did willingly. You said that there is something else I have. I want to give my son the same thing your mom gave you, which is inspiration. And then again, Nancy, you said it yourself, seeing your child grow before your very eyes. And you've always wanted to step into motherhood. I think, to me, that's the one thing we should celebrate when it comes to tonight. I want to celebrate how this is a place of trust. It's a place of honesty. It's a place of love. I know how that sounds, but our time is too valuable to respond to the critics. So the fact that we can have a conversation here that isn't an interview, that isn't something that maybe is meant to get views, I love that, because life becomes much simpler and happier when we don't have anything to prove to anybody. And there's no doubt that the three of you have nothing to prove to anyone. That being said, Jacques Rougeau.
Mind, Bret Hart, you are a disgrace to Canada. And I am the pride of Canada! And I want your Intercontinental title! And I'll zap you as many times as I need to! Because I am the Mountie!
Come on down, my friend.
Okay, now first of all, I want to ask you guys, why when you say my name, everybody starts laughing?
Because you're funny.
Okay, that's pretty weird. At the end here, you say my name and they all start laughing. Okay, so That's okay. So I just want to start by saying that I only have an opinion, and I'm realizing when you're getting all the opinions from different people after that, different people have different opinions. So I don't want you to judge my opinion. I've been asked to be a judge tonight, and like I said, why in the hell am I a judge when I got so many things to look in the mirror? But anyway, and to fix and to do better. But long story short is I appreciated so much to get to know you three girls tonight. I'm gonna sleep with my brain's gonna turn when I go on my pillow tonight. To see all the great things that you guys have talked about, the kindness, the honesty, and Avi, congratulations for this show, because you're bringing out the best of everybody. You're making us all look so good, and the introductions are just absolutely amazing. So anyway, I'm going to start by saying I'm going to start with Brittney. I like Brittney the way you want to help kids. I like that very much. That's something that I do empathy with, because for 25 years, I've been giving conferences in schools against bullying, and so I do a lot of empathy. I like that very, very much. It was wonderful to get to know you tonight. I just wanted to let you know that whatever comes out of all this, and it was nice to listen to you. And okay, and Julie, I'm going to go ahead and say that COVID has hurt us so much, so much, and yes. You brought a very, very important point about how much to make us appreciate, what's going on today. Like, instead of looking for tomorrow, Jesus Christ, we had so many losses during COVID and so many things that make it open our eyes, that we are so fragile, that human beings are so fragile in life. And I like your Snoopy too. I like your Snoopy. It touched me quite a bit there. And for you, Nancy, I then again, I like your generosity. I like your generosity a lot. Your empathy. I feel your empathy when you're out there. Some people say things, and you, when you talk, it's almost like we feel it. So I like your empathy. However, I don't like the way you say my name, Jock, because Jock is something that goes between the legs, and it's like a Jock, and my name is Jacques, but Jacques. It's okay since it's Jacques, like Jacques Cousteau. Exactly. I just wanted to. You brought back some memories there. Oh, so no. Anyway, so listen. It's been absolutely wonderful, and on this last question, this is the hardest question for me to debate, because what I didn't like about this, Avi, is they didn't have the same questions. So now it's like, holy shit, what do I go and what do I judge on? Because they all are good and they all have good stories, and they Are we allowed to have a 20-minute draw there, or no? Like
we might. We've had some ties. We've had some ties.
But if I had to choose, not easy. Believe me, not easy. I loved all three of you girls tonight, and I'm gonna go with Nancy again.
Even though I hurt your name, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, but I'm a masochist, so so it's okay.
And by the way, guys, really, what you do, this is your time to be embarrassed now by me, but what you do for your loved one, you know what I'm talking about. It's incredible. Sitting there by her bedside, hospital. Hospital, being there for her night in, night out. You're an incredible human being. I know she was there for you, being there for her. That's who you are. That's who you are. In those little images that we find on social media that don't epitomize who you are as a person, at least showcase your heart. And it takes one photo to realize who you are, Jacques. And
My
what-
girlfriend,
she's
my girlfriend has breast cancer, severe breast cancer, and she's been doing chemo for the last 3 months, and she's got about a year to do chemo and stuff. She has a really bad one, and to see that she is so strong, you know, and she's so powerful. And last year I had some health problems, and I was in the hospital for like in and out for 3 months, and she was there bringing the card games, the crib game, and she was there from 6 hours at a time to come spend at the hospital and just take care of me. And now I'm giving it back to her, and it's so easy because, you know, I keep thinking of how good that woman is for me. You know, she's the greatest thing. She's my rock. But the saddest thing about cancer, I got to take a second to tell you, is she started a chemo and she had a mass like 5 months ago when they discovered it. It was big like the end of my thumb, and then a month later it was big like a golf ball, and then a month later it was big like a baseball. And it was in her breast, and it was like, so since she's taken chemo in the last 3 months, all the mass has disappeared. So she's responding tremendously well to it. But the thing is, there's collateral damage that goes with chemo. Like, you know, she's nose bleeding, she's lost her hair, she's losing her nails, now she's having a hard time sleeping, she's itching at the end of her fingers, her feet are itching, and just last week she broke out with a rash because she was taking penicillin, because the minute you do fever when you have chemo, you're supposed to be under 38 all the time, like 36, 37, but when you hit 38 you got to go to the hospital because your white globules are really, they get killed by the chemo. So she's very sensitive to catch anything around her, any kind of bug or anything, and she caught something last week, and so they gave her some kind of antibiotic, and she started turning like big plaques, red plaques all over her face, her back, her legs, everywhere, and she was itching so bad, and just started, so she spent a complete week in the hospital, and just itching, wanting to scratch herself to the blood, you know. And so but the chemo is working very well on the cancer, but it's the side effects that the chemo does that it makes it hard for someone to sit by. And I wouldn't have brought it up, Abby, but since you're bringing it up, you know, and you're making it a suspense, I didn't want it to be, I want you guys to know that we're winning the battle. But it's just that it's a hard battle to win. So my girlfriend, she's my rock, and she's the greatest. And thank you, Abby, for kind of bringing it up, because she has all the merit in the world to be the greatest woman of all.
Well, that's heartfelt, and you have a lot to do with her recovery, my friend. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, thank you, Abby.
Good luck.
Thank you, Mr. Rougeau.
Thank you very much. Good.
Yeah, listen, good thoughts.
Nice meeting you, girls. It was nice meeting you, girls.
Thank you so much, guys and gals and pals, for enjoying this video and watching it. If you love the content, if you're enjoying it, please like the video, leave a comment, subscribe to our channel, and make sure that you know that we know that the new network is on the rise. Thank you for being who you are.